Peter's like, oh, you don't want to take my word for it? Why don't you turn to Yeshua, the master of example? All right. So here's what he says, verse 21. For you were called to this because Messiah also suffered for you, leaving you an example so that you might follow in his footsteps. So Peter turns to Isaiah 53. He committed no sin, nor was any deceit found in his mouth. When he was abused, he did not return the abuse. While suffering, he made no threats. Instead, he kept entrusting himself to the one who judges righteously. Yeshua didn't deserve death. Yet just as he said in the Garden of Gethsemane, not my will, but yours be done. He submitted himself to the Father. And he went through the torturous treatment, from the illegal trial to the beating and the bruising and the tearing out of the beard and the whipping, the scourging, the crown of thorns, being placed upon the execution stake. He gave his life in submission to the will of the Father. And Peter is using that to call his readers to the example of Yeshua. Yeshua submitted to earthly authorities like Pilate, ultimately for the Father's sake. Peter notes this non-retaliatory endurance stood in stark contrast to Greco-Roman expectations of honor and revenge. Instead, it mirrored the humble servant, suffering servant of Isaiah. We continue on, verses 24 and 25. He himself bore our sins in his body on the tree, so that we, removed from sins, might live for righteousness. By his wounds, you were healed. For you, like sheep, were going astray, but now you have returned to the shepherd and guardian of your souls. Submission isn't masochism. It's an imitation of the Messiah who submitted to the cross. For the Lord's sake, the Father's will to redeem us.